The next morning Terry has strong stomach pain and vomits. She goes to the doctor who tells her that she is pregnant. This completely shocks her. She's not ready to become a mother. She still wants to follow her dream, and being pregnant will stop everything. Vera asks if she's going to tell Alan. But Terry says, Alan can't be the father. And if I tell him I'll be removed from the play. So she decides to have an abortion without telling Alan anything. One day while Terry is washing clothes, she suddenly feels like someone is nearby. When she looks inside the washing machine, she sees a child's face staring at her. She gets very scared. The next day during practice, a girl makes fun of Terry. Alan hears it and tells the girls to leave. He then says to Terry, I know you're pregnant and I want you to keep the baby. Terry is shocked. She doesn't want her career to end because of this child. When she returns home, she's surprised to see Minnie and Roman already inside her apartment. She asks how they got in. Minnie tells her she had an extra key and say they know about her pregnancy and want to take her to the doctor tomorrow. Terry says she doesn't want to have the baby. Minnie and Roman try to convince her. They tell her she doesn't have to raise the child, she only needs to give birth. After that they will take the baby as their own. In return they promise to give her money and help her become a famous dancer. Terry agrees to their plan. That night she had strange dreams. She sees herself in a dark ritual. She wakes up feeling someone is outside her room. When she opens the door, Lily is standing there. Lily says, I'm sorry, but this baby must die. She tries to stab Terry with a knife. But Terry shuts the door just in time. Lily then collapses with a heart attack. Terry calls an ambulance and they take Lily to the hospital. The next morning Minnie tells her that Lily is in a coma but says everything will be fine. Terry asks why Lily tried to attack her. Minnie replies that Lily has mental problems. After they leave, Terry checks the storeroom in her apartment. She finds a secret door that leads straight into Lily's room. Inside she finds many strange books. One book is about the devil. When she opens it, she sees scary pictures, including one of a woman giving birth to the devil's child. Then Terry hears someone coming, so she quickly takes the book and returns to her apartment. Later when she goes to the stage, something very strange happens to the lead dancer. Suddenly the dancer's leg starts twisting unnaturally, and slowly her whole body becomes stiff. Everyone gets terrified by this incident. The injured girl is taken to the hospital. Alan then asks Terry to take over the lead role. Terry is excited because this is her big opportunity to prove herself. Later Minnie is seen cutting Terry's hair. Terry is worried about the other girl and wonders how something so strange happened. But Minnie tells her to forget about everything and just focus on her success. The next day, Terry gives an excellent performance on stage. But when she returns to the dressing room, she feels something unusual. She looks in the mirror and sees her stomach bloating unnaturally, as if the baby is trying to push its way out. This deeply frightens her. Terrified, she rushes home and calls the doctor. The doctor says she must be admitted to the hospital for the safety of the baby. Terry becomes angry and confused, wondering why everyone is so focused on this child. She abruptly ends the call. Just then she hears Minnie's footsteps outside. But before Minnie can enter, Terry quickly chains the door and says she's tired and doesn't want to meet anyone. Minnie quietly leaves. Terry then begins packing her things. She has made up her mind to escape the building. After leaving, she visits different theaters looking for someone named John, the girl who lived in her apartment before her. She finally finds John's name in a register. A man there tells her that John mysteriously disappeared 6 months ago, but her belongings were still stored with them. While checking John's things, Terry finds a Bible. A specific page about the devil is marked, making her even more disturbed. Inside the luggage, Terry also finds a chain. When she picks it up, it starts burning her hand. Shocked, she realizes that everything happening to her is somehow linked to some dark evil force. Terrified, she rushes to a church and shows the devil's book to a nun. The nun tells her that 6 months ago a woman named John had also come to her with the same book. John said it was impossible for her to survive because the devil had chosen her. Later John died in a road accident. But many believed she had been extremely frightened and was being chased by someone. Just then Terry starts experiencing severe stomach pain. The nun becomes terrified and says, "This time she has chosen you. Will you give birth to her child? Leave now, no one can help you." Terry, now horrified and realizes she must get rid of the child. She goes to a hospital with Vera for an abortion. But during the operation, Terry's body reacts violently and kicks one of the doctors. Suddenly that doctor becomes paralyzed. Seeing this, Terry understands no one can harm the child, and anyone who tries will be punished. Terry turns to Vera and says their time together is over. She's realized what she must do. She asks Vera to take care of herself and says she will always remember her. Vera tries to stop her but Terry refuses. If Vera stays close she might also be killed. Terry returns to the strange building. As soon as she steps into the elevator it takes her to the upper floor automatically. There she finds a room filled with objects used in devil worship rituals. Terry recognizes the place. It's the same room she had visited earlier when she met Alan. Just then Alan appears and tells her the truth. He says, "What's inside you is our God. When you give birth people will worship and honor you." Terrified, Terry picks up a knife lying nearby and stabs Alan, killing him. Suddenly she sees a horrifying vision of the devil in front of her. She tries to run to the elevator but the building's receptionist locks the main door. Terry realizes with horror that everyone in this building is connected, and they're all part of the same dark plan. Terry then goes to Minnie and Roman, desperate to find answers. She asks, "Why did you do this to me?" Roman explains that when his parents were dying God didn't save them. So he turned away from God and began worshiping the devil. He says, "We have learned to overcome the devil's power. Now all we need is a human body. You're carrying the devil's child. Once he's born the devil will rule the world." Terry breaks down in tears and swears she will never let that happen. In a moment of desperation, she tries to stab herself in the stomach with a knife. But she can't because it isn't that easy to kill the child. Realizing there's no way out, Terry pretends to give up. She tells Minnie that she's ready to be a part of their group. Everyone becomes happy hearing this. That night a party was held to celebrate. Everyone is praising the devil. Terry raises her glass of wine and says, "Hail the devil," then begins dancing with everyone. Later she quietly walks over to a window, smiles at Minnie, then suddenly jumps out and falls to her death. Everyone in the cult is shocked and heartbroken. Terry is dead and so is the devil's child. Later, while the police investigate the scene, Roman and Minnie notice another couple nearby. The woman is pregnant. They glance at each other and smile. They understand the devil's child isn't dead. It has now entered the womb of that woman. And this is where the same cycle begins again.